Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon the master of martyrs and peace be upon you adorers. Welcome to Shia Waves. I'm your anchor Ali Jassim, here to present and replenish your minds with the latest Shia world news. And now with the headlines. Global and Hausa personalities to participate in the first World Quranic Conference held by Imam Hussein Holy Shrine. London demonstration wraps BBC's coverage of Iraq crisis. Conference to discuss development of Quranic centers in non-Muslim countries. The General Secretariat of the Holy Shrine of Imam Hussein will hold its first World Quranic Conference on the 3rd to the 5th of Dhul Qa'dah, corresponding to August 30th to September 1st of this year, based on the big concern of the Holy Shrine with the Holy Quran. A member of the scientific committee of the conference said that the committee has invited many scientific, intellectual, and Hausa personalities specializing in Quranic sciences from Tehran, Mashhad, Qom, and Isfahan. The committee also invited some universities, institutes, Hausas, and Quranic research centers. The Iraqi Industrial Researching and Development Institute, belonging to the Ministry of Industry and Minerals, has held a scientific symposium identifying their scientific achievements to cooperate with the Holy Shrine of Al-Abbas, peace be upon him, in making use of their staff for offering services to the pilgrims of the Holy Shrine and the holy city of Karbala. The symposium, which was held in the hall of Imam Hassan, peace be upon him, in the Holy Shrine, commenced with Quran recitation and witnessed the attendance of many researchers from the Institute, along with the engineering and technical staffs of the Holy Shrine, headed by the head of the Department of Engineering Projects. The Karbala office of the eminent Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Hussein Shirazi, may Allah prolong his life, has welcomed a number of delegations from inside Iraq and abroad during the last few days. Delegations from Lebanon, Ahsa, and Qatif visited the office along with high-ranking people from Medina. The office also received delegations from Oman and India, where they met the eminent Sheikh Talib al-Salihi, discussing the situation of the followers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, in India. Delegations from various Iraqi provinces as well visited the office, where some high-ranking officials from the office stressed the importance of a week of supplication following the directions of the eminent Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Hussein Shirazi. Iraqi police sources reported that 14 people were injured by 2 shells that fell on the vicinity of the Holy Shrine of Al-Askariyin in Holy Samarra. The sources pointed out that a mortar shell fell on the holy site, 40 kilometers south of Tikrit, that resulted in wounding of 9 federal police. The sources added that another rocket fell on a distance of less than 1 kilometer from the Holy Shrine, that resulted in wounding 5 civilians, including a woman and a child. Hundreds of British Iraqis gathered outside the BBC headquarters to protest against the BBC coverage of the country's recent plunge into crisis by Takfiri terrorism. The demonstrators said that BBC is giving legitimacy to militants from the Al-Qaeda-linked Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, the ISIL, by terming them Sunni rebels, while in reality they are primarily made up of foreign fighters from across Europe and the Arab world. Several leaders of the protest handed a letter to the BBC outlining their concerns and demanding that the corporation be more responsible for its coverage of the violence in Iraq. Bahraini security forces have intensified their brutal crackdown on anti-regime protesters as police clash with demonstrators holding rallies in several villages in the island of Sitra near the capital of Manama. The Bahraini regime's Saudi-backed police forces fired rubber bullets and tear gas canisters at crowds of protesters that were holding rallies against the persisting crackdown on anti-regime protesters. Similar protest rallies have also been held in the villages of Duraz and Samahij, despite the brutal use of force by police. The security apparatus in Lebanon thwarted a terrorist plot against Beirut's southern suburb, Dahiya. Lebanese Daily Al-Akhbar reported 7 suspects were arrested over links to this plot, noting that among them were Lebanese, Syrians, and Palestinians. Security sources did not reveal the nature of the attack or how it was disclosed, but confirmed that the side which is behind is Abdullah Azam Brigades. A conference on the development of Quranic institutes in non-Muslim countries has been kicked off in the Spanish capital of Madrid on Wednesday evening. The 2-day event, aimed at identifying and tackling the problems facing Quranic centers outside Islamic countries, and developing these centers. The participants discussed ways for improvement of Quranic education methods and promotion of Quran recitation and memorization in non-Islamic states. They worked out a realistic perspective for training Quran memorization and recitation in these countries. We have reached the end of our news show. Thank you all for joining in with us, and as always, remember our dua to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam al-Mahdi, peace be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.